The following is a presentation of Grayson Publishing
Well, it's basketball night in Texas.
on the Howe Enterprise Sports webcast from HoweEnterprise.com. This is Howe Bulldogs Basketball. Howe Bulldogs Basketball, brought to you by Sonic of Howe, Scoggins Funeral Home, Techway.
The charge! Austin Haley does it again! He does it again!
Howe Athletic Booster Club and Meacham State Farm. Also brought to you by Independent Financial, Michelle Castle Guild Mortgage, Baker Air Conditioning and Heating, GCEC, and Realty Group. Attorney Micah Belden. Also brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings, Corfit's Gym, Quick Check Convenience Stores, Robertson Welding Services, Kid Exteriors LLC, Goodfellas Barbershop, Knight Furniture, Don's Smokehouse, Rapid Electric.
Campbell thought about the three from the corner, steps up a little bit, nails it. Bottom of the net.
Also brought to you by 4A Automotive, Douglas Propane, and the $1 Million Athlete. Now, with the call of the game, here's the voice of the Bulldogs, Monty Walker.
Well, we are at Howe High School. We have dubbed it the Ranch because it's on Ponderosa. The young ones won't know what that means. Only the older 40 and above, perhaps. But it is basketball night in Texas, Justin White, and it's not the final game of the season, but maybe you don't want to say it, but it's the final big game of the season. I know you got to take care of business next Tuesday night against Whitewright, but this one, you're trying to take down the big boss of the district in the Leonard Tigers. They are 11-1 in district play. The Howe Bulldogs have won 6 in a row and are sitting 8-4 in district play. So you know, you're still trying to knock off the top of the mountain and see if they can string together 7 straight wins to put themselves in position for even greater things down the road.
Well, you think about it, they won at Whitewright about 3 weeks ago, and each game is getting the competition level has got a little bit harder. You know, you had Bonham, and then you had, I believe, Gunner, and then Blue Ridge, and then you beat Bells. And you're right, you're at the top of the mountain now, a chance to take off the big dog in Leonard. And Leonard's got some big dogs as we're looking out here. They got some size, and I think if you could take them out, some other things would have to go right to move up in the district right now. But so far, you're kind of, you take care of your own business and kind of worry about the rest of it later.
Leonard is a very good basketball team, and you watch them warm up, and you think, wow, now you know why they're 11-1. If you haven't seen them before, very athletic. They play well above the rim at times. This is a team that can get up off the floor, and they can quickly get down the floor. Blake Burnett, the first time we've talked to you tonight, our statistician, the Blizzard. You saw them, I believe, over in Leonard. Talk about what you saw over there.
Sophomore Brett Nix. He played for Pottsboro a year ago, has now moved to Leonard, and he is the real deal as a basketball player. 6 foot tall sophomore. He is a true shooter from outside. And then they have some nice inside game. And then DJ Brown, a 4-year starter for Leonard, is everything as advertised as well.
Also a pretty good football player, I believe. But DJ Brown, a senior, thankfully for the Howe Bulldogs, not only, or actually for the upcoming season in football, basketball, baseball. He's in all the districts going forward. That's good news for the Howe Bulldogs that he won't be a part of it with the Leonard Tigers.
Yeah, I wonder what are these athletes besides Brown will be playing football next year. But we're playing basketball right now, and they got a good team. And again, they're pretty much favored to win district. Some things would have to really go wrong for them to not win.
The officials tonight are from the North Texas Basketball Association, and they are making their way over here. We're going to have a starting lineups and national anthem, I would imagine, here shortly. The girls are done. There was no Lady Bulldogs basketball tonight. They finished the season 9-23. It's ebb and flow with programs. Sometimes, the Howe Bulldogs the Lady Bulldogs have been outstanding, way above average for so many years, almost 20 years, without really a dip. And for the first time really since Derek Lands has been here, they had a little dip. But the good news, a lot of sophomores, a freshman. But mainly the Lady Bulldogs are going to be returning a ton of folks next season.
Well, there are three things that were guaranteed in life there for a few years were death taxes and the Lady Bulldogs making the playoffs.
Right.
Until the last 2 years, and you're right, it's been kind of used. It hadn't been the coaching by any means, Coach Lands, but it's just been kind of used, and you kind of hope that here in the next year or two that things will go back to the way they were. We've been the Howe Bulldogs have been, Lady Bulldogs have been used to.
You know, it's all about talent, and it always has been, and it always will be. It's hardly ever about coaching. You know, Derek Land's just all of a sudden become a bad coach.
Right.
That doesn't happen. It's the athletes that are on the floor, and sometimes they're good athletes, but they're very young, and that's the situation of Lady Bulldogs. Tonight, Howe Bulldogs have some good athletes. The Leonard Tigers have some good athletes. Both these teams heading to the playoffs in about a week from tonight, I would imagine, and it's going to be fun for them. And I have to make a correction. I said that the last playoff team for the Howe Bulldogs men's program was the 2017-18 basketball team. It was not. It was the 2018 baseball team. Just a few months later after that, they made the playoffs with Coach Beebe back then, who I believe now is at Leonard.
Okay.
And it's basketball time in Texas, gentlemen.
Let's play ball.
All right, we'll have the starting lineups for you, and we'll try to call them out as they're just about to be announced. Phil Kimpson, the Howe High School principal, will be your DJ tonight. And you probably hear him right there. He's going to introduce both teams.
Starting for the Tigers, guard, 6'3" sophomore, number 11, Ethan Richardson.
So number 11, Ethan Richardson, a sophomore, 6'3", 180.
Number 3, Brett Nix.
Brett Nix, you talked about earlier from Pottsboro. He's a sophomore. Sorry. Luke Murphy, the senior. And also DJ Brown, he is a senior. Final starter will be number 2, David Brooks, who is also a senior. That's the starting lineup for the Leonard Tigers as they shake hands with the officials over here. Now we're getting ready for the Howe Bulldogs. Very animated high school principal, Phil Kimpson. If you didn't hear that, it was Zach DeFrames, the senior. He's 6'6", averages 2.8 points per game, 3.2 rebounds.
Number 32,
Eli Wilson being introduced. He's a senior, 4.4 points per game, 5 rebounds per game.
Alternate guard, a 6-foot senior, number 15.
The senior, Luke Lopez, being introduced. He's 7.2 points per game and 2.9 rebounds per game, also 1.4 assists per game.
Jacob Campbell.
The sophomore Jacob Campbell being introduced. 15.8 points per game. He leads the team. 5.2 rebounds. That also leads the team. And 3.1 assists per game. That also leads the team. And now finally the Jedi, Austin Haley, a junior, 9.3 rebounds per points per game. 4.6 rebounds per game, and also 1.1 assists per game. We always get fist bumps from Luke Lopez. We can always at least guarantee you Lopez will come over here before and after the game.
I did not see he got an offer baseball.
Yeah, Dallas Christian.
Yeah, Dallas Christian for baseball. So congrats to Luke Lopez on that offer.
So I think we're just about ready. The tip is about to take place. It'll be between Zach DeFrange and Ethan Richardson. Howe will be moving to our right, the basket on our right from our vantage point. We're on the home. We're at the home gym on the visitor side of the court. Home team, home crowd in front of us. So Howe going to our right, Leonard to our left. The ball is in the air. DeFrange handles it, but it's going to go quickly to Murphy. And Leonard will take possession here, and we're just underway here in the first. Brown, the point guard, will give it over to Murphy. In the corner now to Nix. Now up top, Brooks. Over to Richardson. Brown in the middle, and is stuffed by Zach DeFrange on the initial. He got 2 blocks on that one. And I think they're going to call him for a foul on the second one, I believe. And it'll be Brooks going to the line, as I know DeFrange had 1 block, but I thought it was going to be 2, but the second one was a foul.
I think the second one he got him on the arm, but yeah, good job by DeFrange. Put those long arms up. Brooks is a big kid himself. Brooks is probably about, what would you guys say, 6'4" maybe? I know DeFrange stands at 6'6". He's a big kid.
So if you're listening out there, Brooks missed his first one. Let us know where you're listening from. We've got a lot of out-of-state listeners tonight. You can tweet us and let us know at Montwalk, Montwalk. And there's Brooks. Gets us on the scoreboard for the first time tonight. It's 1-0 Leonard on top. Also at Studio 42 Texas and at Howe Enterprise. Let us know where you're listening from. 7:32 on the clock. First possession for Howe. Lopez to Cooper Jones quickly into the game for Zach DeFrange. And Haley, right wing, drove for a second, and Campbell's going to shoot the 3 off the side of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Brooks, and a quick pass out to Richardson, who will bring it up and set it up. Now Murphy's going to shoot the long 3. It's off the front of the rim. No good. It goes off of Brooks and out of bounds, and Howe will have possession. He tried to save it underneath the rim, but threw it away into his student section, and Howe will have possession.
Well, interesting substitution really early on with DeFrange getting that first foul. Cooper Jones has come to the game now. Adds a little muscle down there in the paint.
Campbell will dribble on the left side of the court. Now Haley, left wing, ball over his head. Luke Lopez, top, guarded by Murphy. He'll flip it over to Wilson. It almost got away for a second. And now Campbell, right wing. Going to be guarded by Brown. Campbell takes him to the bucket. A spin move and a quick pass out. And there's going to be a foul call on Brown. And that could be very interesting tonight. If the Howe Bulldogs could get DJ Brown in foul trouble, that would be very advantageous for the Bulldogs.
That's going to be a matchup to watch. DJ Brown's one of the most athletic players on the court guarding Jacob Campbell.
Here's a pass underneath on the inbound to Cooper Jones, and it was swatted away and goes out of bounds off of Leonard, and Howe will retain possession. Luke Lopez to throw it in here. 6:42 on the clock. We're just underway here in the first. Lopez looking for somewhere to go, finds Haley in the corner. Now he kicks it out left wing to Campbell, back to Haley, who's up the left wing, and now Cooper Jones, top of the key. Right wing to Campbell. He'll drive to the top of the key, drives and penetrates, elbow shot off the back of the glass, no good. Rebounded by Wilson and put back up, that's no good. But Cooper Jones grabs the offensive rebound, kicks it out to Campbell, and he nails the 3. It's 3-1 Howe, and their first lead of the night. 6:15 left to go in the first. Nix the long 3 to answer back. That one's no good. Rebounded by Haley, and it's going back the other way to our right. Haley will bring it down himself as we hit the 6-minute mark here in the first. Haley, guarded by Nix. He'll dribble to the left side. Guarded tightly by Richardson now. Cooper Jones, the jumper. That one's off the back of the rim, no good. Brought down by Wilson. He puts it back up. Another big play there by Wilson. And it's 5-1.
Back-to-back offensive rebounds by Eli Wilson. Finally able to get the putback on that offensive rebound.
5:38. And here comes Leonard. Richardson feeds inside. That's going to be Brooks putting it off the glass and in. That's good. And that's the big muscle under the basket that we expect to see tonight. 5-3. Howe in the lead. 5:25 left to go in the first. Quick pass out. Luke Lopez, left wing, guarded by Murphy. And a pass over to Cooper Jones, top of the key, now over to Campbell on the right side, guarded by Brown. Haley, top of the key, drives to the bucket, and it's going to be blocked by Brooks. The shot was. Brooks grabs it and hands it over to Nix, who makes the long pass to Brown in the corner. Back up top to Nix. A strong move under the bucket by Brooks, and he misses it off the glass. It's rebounded by guess who? Eli Wilson. 4:51 left to go in quarter number 1. 5-3, Howe in the lead as Campbell will drive left side. Goes up on Brown, and a jump ball is going to be called, as I thought Brown was going to be called for a second foul.
Leonard better be glad that Brown wouldn't call for that foul, because I thought he got his hand in there a little bit too much as the jump stop. As Campbell came down, Brown put his hand in there. It's going to be a jump ball instead, Howe Bulldog ball.
And this one, the play is blown dead underneath the basket. Checking in for Leonard will be Justin Campbell and Cale Perkins. As Lopez finds Haley for 3 in the corner, and this one rolls in and it flushes. It rolled toilet style, and it's 8-3. Brown on the right wing. Up top, now in the corner. Top of the key is Richardson, now in the corner. Nix for the jumper, rolls in, rolls out. Rebounded by Haley, gives it to Campbell. Will bring it up, dribbling left-handed across the left side of the court. Guarded by Brown. Very, very high post. Cooper Jones, a long 3 for Campbell, and that's drills it. He drills it. He drills it off the back of the rim into the net. 11-3, and Leonard is going to call a timeout. And that's how you start a basketball game. How, Bulldogs?
I tell you what, Leonard Tigers, you better be ready. If Jacob Campbell is starting to hit his shots, which he struggled with from around the arc and inside the lane, he struggles sometimes with hitting those shots. If he's able to start connecting with that, that could be gives Leonard some really hard time there.
I don't know if y'all have noticed this over the last several weeks, but the home bleachers and home seats are starting to fill up pretty good over there.
That's what you do when you start winning. If you win, they will come.
What's it going to be like at homecoming?
Oh, wow.
When you start winning, people come. And they've shown up tonight. Crowd, the student section already at full throat. We're underway. 4 minutes left to go in the first. 11-3, Howe in the lead. A pass left side, which is Campbell for Leonard. Brown now has it. Nix, a jumper right elbow, front of the rim, no good, rebounded by Wilson. It remains 11-3 with 3:45 left to go in the first, and here comes Campbell down the right side, guarded by Brown. Dribbles between his legs for a moment, gets a pick from Wilson, dribbles to the left side, left elbow, now into the paint, off the rim, no good. Wilson right there trying to struggle for it, can't bring it down this time. And Nix goes the other way with it quickly. In the corner to Brown. Brown dribbles right elbow, now into the paint, up, and a foul is going to be called as Russell Murphy went to the bucket.
They called a foul on the floor. I think it's going to be on Cooper Jones. It is.
It'll be his first. Howe with 2 team fouls, Leonard with 1. 3:23 on the clock here in quarter number 1. Brown drives to the bucket, slapped away from behind by Austin Haley. And now to Campbell. Going the other way with it is the Howe Bulldogs. 3:19 on the clock here in the first. A very good start for Howe. Jones, top of the key, looking inside the paint. Right elbow to Wilson, who kicks it back out to Campbell. Very high on the left side, dribbles into the paint, and there's going to be another jump ball as a big wrestle for the ball. Campbell actually went down to the floor, and Leonard's going to have possession.
Yeah, they tied it up, and it looked, after the whistle, Jacob went kind of flying over the floor on the jump ball, and possession error goes to Leonard.
Campbell for Leonard, and now Nix drives the bucket off the glass. That's good. That was pretty on a layup. And Leonard with their first points in quite some time. It's 11-5 with 2:47 left to go in the first. Campbell brings it across, guarded by Brown fairly tightly. And now a pass to Haley near the left elbow. He'll bring it back behind the line. Hits Jones, top of the key. Campbell, left-handed, pulls it up on the runner. That's no good, off the front of the rim. And Lopez is going to get called for a foul. And that'll be the 3rd team foul for Howe And Leonard will have possession.
Yeah, not a smart foul by Luke Lopez. He got blocked out pretty good on the rebound, went over the back and knocked it out of bounds. Not a smart foul there by Luke Lopez.
Brown, right wing, swings to Campbell. Here goes Nix to the bucket again. Up off the glass, and again, that's pretty. Very good basketball player, and all of a sudden it's a 4-point game. 2:11 on the clock.
Nix hadn't been able to hit much shots from beyond the arc, and just decided to go to the bucket. He's able to get something going there now.
Campbell guarded by Brown. Too high post. Now a long pass. Lopez, right wing. Dribbles through the middle of the lane. Up, and it's blocked. Lopez hits the floor, and the ball goes the other way. Here comes Nix. Right side now. He goes the middle of the floor. Long kick out to Campbell in the corner. Rolls in, rolls out. He does not get the toilet flush. And Lopez on the long pass is going to grab it somehow after it was almost stolen away. He tips it over to Campbell, who regains and steps back a little bit. Lopez, left wing. Hits Haley on the runner, and that's off the rim and no good. But Eli Wilson was right there to grab the offensive rebound. It's knocked out of bounds, however. But Howe will have possession. And again, Eli Wilson with the hustle.
Man, Eli Wilson, that's got to be at least his third, fourth offensive rebound.
He has 5 total, 3 offensive rebounds. So
wow. Lopez on the inbound. We'll kick it under to Wilson underneath, and it's knocked away, and we'll do it again. We'll switch sides, and Howe will throw it in from the left side underneath the glass. Lopez, a lob, air bubble pass, and now a shot by Lopez, who comes around him, and it's no good, off the rim, and Wilson knocks it away, but it's going to be Leonard's ball. We thought for a moment, I thought that Wilson, when he slung the ball around, it went off of Brooks, but apparently not, and it's going the other way. Nix, top of the key. Swing pass to Campbell on the right side. Now into the game is Cameron Armstrong. A long three from Nix is no good, and it's going to roll out of bounds as Jacob Campbell blocked out Leonard to make sure that ball went out of bounds.
Man, this has been a good game so far.
11-7, 1 minute exactly left to go in the first. And Haley will slow it down a little bit. He'll barely jog it across the line. Dribbling right-handed, guarded by Nix. Wilson to send a pick on Nix. And now Lopez in the corner. Far side. Up top, Campbell, guarded by Brown. Takes it to the bucket. That is off the front of the rim. No good. But Wilson rebounds it again. And he throws it away as Nix intercepted the pass to Campbell. And here goes Nix quickly down the left side. And it goes off the glass. No good, but a foul is going to be called. So it's going to be called on Wilson, the overly hustling high post, and Nix will hit the first of 2.
It'll be interesting to see. Leonard's bench goes pretty deep. I think they've already brought in, 3-4 subs?
Nix second shot in front of the rim, no good, rebounded by Campbell. And it's 11-8. We're at the 22nd mark here in quarter number 1. Guarded tightly by Brown. Campbell going to the bucket off the left side of the glass, no good. Rebounded by Brooks, we're going the other way. 12 seconds, 11, 10. Nix one-on-one on Lopez. They switch over to Campbell. Now top of the key, that's Braden Sadler now inside. It rolls in, rolls out. Wilson with another rebound. Haley with a long effort, and that's off the back of the rim. It almost went in. Whoa, he almost Jedi'd his way into the bucket one more time.
He threw that from about the free throw line on the opposite end and went off the back of the rim.
We're going to take a quick timeout, 11-8. It's the end of 1. We'll come back with 2.
Howe Bulldogs basketball brought to you by Sonic of Howe, Scoggins Funeral Home, TechWave, Howe Athletic Booster Club, and Meacham State Farm. Also brought to you by Independent Financial, Michelle Castle Guild Mortgage, Baker Air Conditioning and Heating, GCEC, and Realty Group. Attorney Micah Belden. Also brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings, Corfit's Gym, Quick Check Convenience Stores, Robertson Welding Services, Hit Exteriors LLC, Goodfellas Barbershop, Knight Furniture, Don's Smokehouse, Rapid Electric. Also brought to you by 4A Automotive, Douglas Propane, and the $1 Million Athlete. Now, with the call of the game, here's the voice of the Bulldogs, Monty Walker.
Hey, a shout out to Terry Wilson listening from Ponca City, Oklahoma. And she got to be a Sooner fan, right?
Right?
Maybe not.
Well,
And hopefully not a Cowboys fan, but hopefully a Sooner. Hey, it's a good game right here, 11-8. We're also listening. We also have Jake Roberts listening from his garage in Luella, Texas. All right, Luke Lopez to get us started here in the second quarter, and Jacob Campbell will dribble it across. Cooper Jones to Austin Haley. And now a bounce pass to Cooper Jones. We haven't seen Zach Dufresne since he got the early foul. Here's Lopez. It gets away from him for a moment to Wilson. And it gets away from him for a moment, but it gets into Haley, who dishes over to Luke Lopez. And he nails the three. A three-bomb city here at the ranch. 14-8. Brown to Campbell. To Nix driving to the bucket. Nix is always going to the bucket. The shot is no good, however. But Brooks comes down with her. He saves it for Nix. And Nix puts it back up. I thought Eli Wilson was going to get his 8th rebound. 8. He has 7. He had 7 in the first period. Here's Haley to Lopez running around the three-point line. Campbell coming from one side or the other. He'll go to the right elbow. He's fouled, no call. Picked up his dribble. Now Haley, right wing, dribbles to the top of the key. They'll do it again. Here's Cooper Jones around the perimeter. Campbell tries to slice the line, and he's going to be fouled by DJ Brown, and that's 2 fouls.
Well, they just kind of dribbled around and just kind of hand off around the perimeter, and then finally Jacob Campbell got it on the right wing and then just drove the center of the lane and just forced his way in there and got DJ Brown to be called for a foul, and that's the second foul on the athletic senior, DJ Brown.
Spoiler alert, Terry Wilson is mother of an OSU grad.
Ah, okay.
Boomer.
So go Pokes, huh?
6:49 left to go in the second, 15-10. The Bulldogs in the lead. Campbell to shoot right here. Shot is good. 16-10, our new score for a 6:49 left to go in quarter number 2. Here comes Nix dribbling it up. Over to Campbell on the right wing. Now Armstrong, top of the key, stolen by Luke Lopez, going all the way. Right-handed layup is no good. It's blocked by Armstrong. And here comes Nix quickly down the court. It's stolen away by Lopez, who kicks it over to Haley. So back-to-back steals, as Lopez has 2 steals in less than 10 seconds. Haley slows it down a little bit. Now he slices to the bucket, pulls up for 3. In the bottom of that net. And it's 19-10.
Austin Haley coming in at 42% beyond the arc. Hit that buzzer beater against Gunner last week. And able to connect there on that 3 from the top
Howe
of the key.
shooting very well from behind the arc. Armstrong in the corner. They feed inside to Brooks. Wilson is right there. And a foul is going to be called. Wilson almost stripped that ball away. But he's going to get the foul. And Cooper Jones is going to have to come back into the game. Jones is your 6th man. And he averages 3.9 points per game. Almost leads the team in rebounding with 5.1.
They're double teaming Brooks down in the post. That's what caused the foul there. Be a little bit more too aggressive.
Murphy, and now in the corner, Campbell thought about the 3. A great pass underneath to Russell Murphy, and it's 19-12. 5:43 on the clock here in quarter number 2. Howe in the lead with a huge start to the basketball game. But Leonard is teething back. Murphy is guarding Haley, who has the ball now. Quick pass to Jones to Campbell. Now Haley, left side, back up top, Campbell. Zach Dufresne, a swing pass, almost got away from Lopez, but he hauls it in. Underneath, right elbow, Cooper Jones. 3-bomb for Campbell is no good, but Haley's right there for the offensive rebound. He'll dribble out beyond the arc and a bounce pass to Cooper Jones. Inside, Zach Dufresne. Campbell, Lopez, Haley, thought about the 3, will drive to the bucket, and that one swatted away by Brooks. Another block, no foul call. Here goes the other Campbell for Leonard on the other side, rebounded by Jacob Campbell for Howe. 4:53 on the clock. 19-12, Howe in the lead. Campbell for Howe, dribbles across the line. A quick pass to Cooper Jones, down to Luke Lopez, 4:44 on the clock. Austin Haley inside, DeFrange, quick pass to Campbell, right wing. Murphy tried to guard him, and now he kicks it out. Lopez for three, off the back of the rim, no good. Right there is Cooper Jones to put it up, and it's swatted away by Brooks. Brooks with several blocks so far tonight. A behind-the-back pass from Murphy to Nix, off the glass, that's good, and that was pretty.
Brooks has 4 blocks on the night.
4:18 on the clock, a 5-point game here in quarter number 2. Campbell will dribble across the line, left-handed. Luke Lopez on the right. Now a left-handed pass almost stolen away. Campbell, a great feed underneath, and a great job by Cooper Jones to get Brooks up in the air with a great ball fake. He tried to put it in left-handed. It was unsuccessful, but Jones will go to the line.
Well, Leonard's playing a 2-3 zone, and the Bulldogs are doing a pretty good job of moving the ball around, trying to get it into the middle of the zone there with Zach DeFrange, and then just using a lot of just the passes to kind of keep the defense off balance. The thing is, they get into the paint, and they run into Brooks, who's been blocking shots left and right. That time they were able to draw the foul.
Howe finally with a crooked number up on the board. It's 20-14 as Jones hits the first of his 2 shots right here. 4:01 on the clock. We're in quarter number 2. He dribbles twice, 3 times, bends his knees. The shot is up. That one's good too. 21-14 as Jones hammers them both home, and we're at the 3:58 mark. Nix at the top of the key will move over to Murphy, left side. Now Richardson, top of the key. Back to Nix on the right. He'll dribble, guarded by Haley. The jumper is no good, but rebounded right there is Braden Harris, the junior. And he puts it back up, and it's a 5-point game again. Campbell flips to Lopez. A pass to Cooper Jones. Austin Haley in the corner to Campbell, driving the bucket, goes up, and he's fouled. This time it's going to be on Russell Murphy. Howe with 5 team fouls, now Leonard with 4.
That time Jacob Campbell drove into the teeth of the defense, into the zone of the defense there, and just forced his way in and drew contact and misses a rare free throw.
Yeah, Campbell, a really good free throw shooter, came in at 87.3% on the evening. Second shot is good, and it's a 22-16 game. Russell Murphy to inbound to Nix. Nix will bring it straight up the middle of the court, guarded by Haley. Now Murphy. Now over to Richardson. Perimeter action. Murphy inside to Russell Murphy, driving on DeFrange. He goes up, the jumper no good, rebounded by Zach DeFrange. And Campbell has it going back to our right, which is their bucket. Under 3 minutes left to go in the second. Slowing it down a little bit is Campbell. Inside, Zach DeFrange. A quick pass underneath to Cooper Jones, who puts it up. A beautiful pass by Zach DeFrange.
Beautiful pass, a good finish there by DeFrange. Right there with Murphy right there all over him.
2:40 on the clock. Murphy left side, guarded by Ethan Lopez, who's into the game. Now Nix, a little perimeter action from Leonard. Murphy will go up. He's cut off. Now he picked up his dribble. He's pivoting. A great pass inside. That's going to be swatted away by DeFrange, but he's going to be called for the foul as Nix was driving the paint going up on the runner.
I tell you, Brett Nix is such an athletic guard. He can shoot it, and when he's had trouble shooting it, he drives right to the basket. So he's not afraid to shoot. He's not afraid to go to the basket.
And he can play above the rim as well.
Yeah, he's a real athletic basketball player as he hits his free throw there.
7-point game, 24-17, 2:25 left to go before the half. And a great game at the Ranch here in Howe, Texas. Nix, second shot, that's also good. He's pretty much money. Jones will inbound to Campbell. We go back the other way. Dribbling across the line over to Jones. Now Haley, left wing. DeFrange comes across the paint at the elbow. A pass underneath to Jones. Goes up, back to DeFrange. Now Haley guarded tightly by Campbell. They switch, and now Jacob Campbell makes a move, goes a wide open jumper, back to the rim, no good, and another foul's called. And I think this might be on, who's this on? Listen, Is this an offensive foul?
I think it's on Leonard.
It is. It's going to be on Braden Harris.
I thought
he looks like one heck of a linebacker, let me tell you. So here's Cooper Jones off the glass and fouled, and he will shoot on the inbound pass. A tremendous job by Howe right there. And Jones is having himself a great game off the bench.
Who was that tossing that in? Was that Haley? Or was that Lopez? I couldn't see.
I think it was.
I believe it was Ethan Lopez.
I think you're right.
Well, whoever it was, or Luke Lopez, whoever it was, able to get it into Jones right away as soon as he slapped the ball.
Boy, Cooper Jones, have yourself a night, young man. Hits the back end of that, or to add for the three-point play. Here's Brown on the other end. That's swatted away underneath. It got away for a moment. Now a long pass in the corner. Going up, and now Brown has a wide-open three-pointer. Off the back of the rim, no good. Lopez went up for it. Ethan Lopez. Brooks comes down with it. Richardson drives to the left elbow, puts up nothing but net on that jumper, and it's a 7-point game with about 26 left to go in the second.
Well, that's when you wish you had Eli Wilson there to get some rebounds, a couple offensive rebounds by Leonard, extra possession to be able to give him those points.
We're tied at 6 on team fouls. Austin Haley in the corner brings it way up top. A pass to Campbell on the left wing. He'll drive to the bucket, tried to pass it underneath. It was swatted away by Brooks, another technically a block apparently. And here's Brown the other way on the runner, no good, but rebounded right there was Nix who put it right back up. And it's a 5-point game, and we're under a minute. 27-22. Campbell will bring it across, guarded by Campbell. Slowing it down, 48 seconds. Ethan Lopez, right side. And he'll kick it out to Cooper Jones, top of the key now. Campbell, left wing. Gets a pick by DeFrange, goes to the bucket, off the glass, no good. He gets his own rebound, however. Is going to turn around, trying to put it up. It's blocked. Campbell wanted the foul, didn't get it. Now quickly down the court is Brooks, going to go to the bucket, puts it up. It's blocked by DeFrange. And Howe has it with 21 seconds. And Campbell will walk it across the line, guarded by Brown. 15 seconds, 14 seconds. Now guarded by Campbell, a bounce pass to Ethan Lopez, right wing. A bounce pass inside almost gets away, but a kick is going to be called. He tried to bounce it to Cooper Jones, and it went off the foot of Justin Campbell from Leonard. So Howe will inbound here with Ethan Lopez with, is that right, 6.7?
Jared Brusso making an appearance.
He'll check in for Zach DeFrange, 6.7. Ethan Lopez to Campbell, 6 seconds, 5, 4, 3, 2. Brusso, a pass. Haley at the buzzer, off the front of the rim. I thought we had a Jedi moment again. That's the end of the first half, 27-22. Justin, is this what you thought?
This is about what I thought it would be. I mean, this is two really good basketball teams going at it. And Howe came in and delivered a couple of haymakers, and Leonard has matched it right back with them. And this is a close ball game, up by 5. Some adjustments to be made by Coach Forsyth. I'm kind of curious to see what he does here in the second half. Eli Wilson had some foul trouble there in that second quarter. You would have missed him. You would have liked to have him there on the boards.
Here in a moment, we're going to take a timeout, and when we come back, we'll give you stats with the Blizzard. But again, if you're listening, we'd like to know where you're listening from. So send us, if you're on Twitter, you can send us or let us know on there at Howe Enterprise or at Montwalk. That's me, MONTWALK. Justin, who are you? Tell me yours.
At JS White, 1979.
And then the Blizzard.
Punch_Blake.
Love it. Love it. Let us know where you're listening from. We already have one from Oklahoma, and we have some others listening from out of town. We know Georgia is listening. We know North Carolina is listening.
Yeah, Coach Forsyth brings a lot from the East Coast.
Yeah, glad to have you. And we're going to take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll give you some stats from the Blizzard.
Howe Bulldogs basketball, brought to you by Sonic of Howe, Scoggins Funeral Home, TechWave, Howe Athletic Booster Club, and Meacham State Farm. Also brought to you by Independent Financial, Michelle Castle Guild Mortgage, Baker Air Conditioning and Heating, GCEC, and Realty Group. Attorney Micah Belden. Also brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings, Core Fits Gym, Quick Check Convenience Stores, Robertson Welding Services, Hit Exteriors LLC, Goodfellas Barbershop, Knight Furniture, Don's Smokehouse, Rapid Electric. Also brought to you by 4A Automotive, Douglas Propane, and the $1 Million Athlete. Now, with the call of the game, here's the voice of the Bulldogs, Monty Walker.
So we were talking to Carson Grogan here just a second ago, and he was telling us during player introductions that everybody does their normal, handshake, this, that. And when Austin Haley came out, he did the lightsaber.
Oh, wow, that's cool. That's cool.
He did the hand motion with the lightsaber, the Jedi. And we've had fun, a lot of fun with that. Matter of fact, I'll pull up a picture. I actually jokingly, his freshman year, made a banner, a basketball banner, with him in full Jedi.
Oh, wow.
And I sent it to his dad as a joke, and his dad said, "Oh, please don't do that." And now it's kind of come full circle on this Jedi thing. So I think it's kind of funny now.
Is he a big Star Wars fan?
I don't think so.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know that for a fact. Yeah. I'm really not sure. I can't say one way or the other, but
it's been fun to do it.
It has been. It's kind of the whole Jedi thing, and hopefully this thing will have some legs, and next year.
I like that.
Next year, Bulldog Stadium in football could be in full Jedi outfit, all in the student section. With
have the little brown robe or whatever.
Blizzard, did you see this? There's the banner of the Austin Haley.
I remember in Van Alstyne, they let him have it pretty good his freshman year.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, the verbal assault team they got.
So, yeah. Also listening, my mother from Luella, Texas. It don't matter. Your mom's always listen.
Oh yeah.
They always will, and man, you gotta love moms. They're always
your biggest fans.
So let me see. I think we have somebody there listening from Elberton, Georgia. There you go. Glad to have you. We got a great basketball game here for you from Elberton. Let's give you some stats. Can we do that, Blizzard?
Yeah, we can do that. We'll start with Howe as they lead 27-22 at the half. Scoring is led by Jacob Campbell tonight with 9 points. He also adds 6 rebounds. Austin Haley gives you 6 points and 3 rebounds. Also an assist for Austin. Luke Lopez, 3 points, an assist, and 2 steals. Eli Wilson, 2 points and 7 rebounds, all in the first quarter. 4 of those are offensive. He picked up a second foul early in the second quarter and didn't really play much after that. So great to get him back on the floor here in the third quarter. Cooper Jones, a spark off the bench tonight for the Bulldogs, 7 points and 2 rebounds. And Ethan Lopez adds an assist as well for the Bulldogs. Zach DeFrange has 2 blocks and a rebound. We'll go over to Leonard. They are led on offense by Brett Nix with 13 points and 2 rebounds. Ethan Richardson has 2 points. David Brooks has 3 points, 5 blocks, and 6 rebounds. Cameron Armstrong has a block. Russell Murphy, 2 points. Braden Harris, 2 points. And that's what we got stats tonight. Howe is shooting 6 of 7 from the free throw line, and Leonard is shooting 4 of 6 from the free throw line. So if the game does come down to free throws, that's the halftime stats on the free throws.
So we thought about putting the Jedi Austin Haley fake banner that we created years ago, his freshman year, up on the screen. Maybe we'll do it for like a nanosecond. Everybody ready? We're going to do it for like a nanosecond, and then we're going to turn it back off. All right. So there's Austin Haley as the Jedi, but there it goes. It's off. That's all you get. That's all you get. I don't want to embarrass him.
That was a nanosecond.
Oh, that's funny. The Austin Haley Jedi banner that was created to hang in the gym, but obviously that never made it to the wall.
A score for the 4th playoff spot here in the district with Blue Ridge and Gunner. Blue Ridge leads Gunner 14-8. That's into the first quarter of that game. Bells is playing Bonner tonight. See if we get a score on that. And still some playoff implications, some placings that could take place here in the next couple of weeks.
I would like to talk about Howe shooting the 3 ball tonight. 5 of 8 in the first half.
Wow.
But 3 of 14 from 2. So gotta
just shoot more threes.
Yeah. You gotta improve the 2s though. Can't shoot 3 of 14.
Yeah, that's that's tough.
And Leonard has not made a 3. They're 0 of 4 on the night.
I tell you, they're going to have to do something about David Brooks in the middle, down in the paint.
I think a lot of teams say that.
Yeah, I mean, either get him in foul trouble. I like that they keep going at him, but the officials aren't calling a lot of fouls, and so you kind of figure out if you want to keep going at him and see if you can entice the officials to call fouls, or if you need to figure out another game plan to stay away from him.
Also, the baseline drive that Brett Nix is having success with, you've got to cut that down too.
What did we say? Nix has 13 points?
Yeah, he has 13. 3 of 4 from the free throw line and 5 of 8 from 2. 0 of 2 from 3.
And what did you say Cooper Jones had?
He has 7.
7, okay. He's had a pretty good night off the bench. He hadn't played I don't know if he played in Bells.
He played a lot in Bells.
He played a lot in Bells. Before that, he had played in a couple of games, or not as much at least.
I understand he had a really good game in Bells.
He did have a really good game in Bells. His mother was very happy with him.
No.
Yes, she was. She was very happy with him.
No.
I believe she was leading the student section at Bells, if we're being honest. She was right there with him.
Well, I tell you what, Cooper is a really good athlete. He's a great young man. Very proud of him. I was able to coach him for a number of years in football and baseball, and especially football.
Hard to believe he's only a sophomore too.
Yeah,
big kid. He's got a lot of room to grow.
Yeah, he's an outstanding young man. Good attitude. A lot of these kids, but you don't, and we hate to keep harping on Haley, but you just don't get a better kid at the top right there. Someone who's in that leadership role as a quarterback in football and as a guard here in basketball. And I know Jacob Campbell is the scorer, and this is going to be Jacob Campbell's team. But you can't get better leadership out of Austin Haley, in my opinion. Just an outstanding young man.
Really is. He's like I said, quarterback of the football team. He's kind of the quarterback of this team as well.
He's basically the quarterback of the baseball team on top of that. Now, with that said, we're talking about juniors and sophomores.
Yes.
The senior leadership on this team is outstanding. And I don't know how this team works if it ain't for Luke Lopez.
Absolutely.
He's like the glue that keeps everything together. Mm-hmm. And we're just about ready. Now we'll flip sides, and now Brett Nix will inbound to Brown as Leonard will be traveling to our right as we flip it on over. Brown will bring it across, guarded by Haley. 7:58 as we're just underway in quarter number 3. Murphy at the top of the key now, quickly in the corner to Nix off the top of the bucket, the whole thing, and Haley's going to end up with it. And now Campbell will bring it down. Haley inside all alone is Zach DeFrange. He puts it up on the floor. He puts it on the ground, rather. Instead of going straight up to the bucket, he would have had an easy 2 as he was all alone, but he dribbled it, which allowed Brooks time to get there. However, Brooks fouled him as he went up, and DeFrange will shoot.
Well, David Brooks and Eli Wilson got tangled up at the other end, so when everybody came down, Zach DeFrange got it in the left block, and Brooks wasn't there. And so I don't think he was expecting that, and finally when he was able to put it up, Brooks fouled him on the way up.
The first shot by DeFrange was made. The second was missed, and it's 28-22. The scoreboard here isn't right, but it is on our. There they do fix it. Okay, ours is correct. Here's the pass underneath. Brooks straight up goes DeFrange. Couldn't block it, and Brooks will bring it home, and it's a 4-point game. 7:15 on the clock. Campbell to Luke Lopez. Wilson to Campbell again up top, guarded by Murphy and Brown. And now the ball gets away on an inside pass to DeFrange, but it's stolen away by Lopez again. I believe it's at least his third steal of the evening.
That is correct.
Campbell to Luke Lopez, 6:47 on the clock. to Eli Wilson to Austin Haley, left wing. Whaley in the corner to Campbell, and now Zach DeFrange from the left elbow. A smooth stroke, and it's 30-24.
Well, he got that right there in the middle at the elbow, as you said, and nobody guarded him, and he knocked it down.
You know, he shoots the ball way up over his head, so that's about 8 feet going up. Brown guarded by Haley, a bounce pass underneath the Brooks. He's cut off and a long pass up top, and that's Richardson. Now to Murphy, now to Nix, who's driving the bucket. Swatted away by DeFrange. And he comes up with a loose ball. Now to Haley, now to Campbell. Campbell quickly down the court. Luke Lopez thought about the three. Now inside, Campbell going to the bucket on Brooks, and he's fouled by Brooks. And Brooks is really upset. And 2 players are down on the other end. Nix is still down, and finally getting up is Richardson as both head coaches run over there to see if they're okay. Yeah, I think the foul is going to be called on Brooks at the other end.
I don't know if they collided or what, but yeah, they're both pretty woozy.
They were going to tie up the ball, and they hit heads with each other, going to tie up for the ball.
So Nix and Richardson. Nix will stay in the game. Richardson will check out, and Russell Murphy will check in. The sophomore power forward.
Well, Coach Luke McCarley was telling everybody to foul because he had 2 guys down at the other end because 5-on-3. And so he did get a foul. Unfortunately, it was David Brooks, their big post man. That's his 3rd foul. He comes out of the game now. But then they bring another big guy in Perkins.
Campbell extends the lead to 31-24 on the first free throw. 6:03 left to go in the game in the 3rd quarter. And he hits the second one also to make it 32-24. 6:02 on the clock here in the 3rd. Down the court, Nix, Murphy, Brown. Back to Murphy, left wing. A pass inside to the very tall individual. Now Nix is stripped away by Campbell, but a foul is called. And I thought Campbell was able to strip just the ball, but he didn't make a fuss about it, so apparently it is a foul. Cale Perkins, number 32 in there, is 6'7", and you can tell because he's standing next to Zach DeFrange, and he's just a little bit taller than DeFrange.
Yeah, the roster has him at 6'7", 230.
I would say he's all of that.
He is.
He's a big kid. Nix misses the front end, and he'll shoot it here. 5:49 on the clock. Howe with a 32-24 lead. He hits this one. And it's a 7-point game with 5:47 and rolling here in the 3rd. Campbell brings it up on the right side. Wilson top of the key. Swing pass over to Austin Haley. Left wing inside. Zach DeFrange. Luke Lopez for 3 from the right side off the front of the rim. No good. Wilson went up for it. And also the 6'7" Cale Perkins went up for it, and it goes out of bounds off of Wilson. And Leonard will have possession with 5:31 on the clock. Trailing by 7. And they'll bring it down and kick it over to Brown, guarded by Haley, who cuts him off on the baseline. Up top, swing pass. Lopez guarding Nix on the jumper. That's Murphy, rather. Lopez gets the rebound, and he hits the wall hard. He goes face first into the glass that looks out into the cafeteria area.
He was trying to save the ball and try to knock it off Nix. I don't know if he was successful, but he banged against the window or the wall right there underneath Howe. The Howe sign there painted on the wall.
All of a sudden, a football game is broken out here.
Right.
Players woozy all over the place. Ethan Lopez is going to check in for his twin brother Luke right here. 5:14 on the clock. It's a 7-point game. And Leonard has possession underneath the bucket. Nix to throw it in. He does to Brown. Swing it up. Now across. Nix at the 3-point line is going to drive to the bucket. Blocked away by DeFrange. Rebounded. And now Nix has it again. And Nix will go straight over Austin Haley, who draws the charge. He just jumped right into Haley. And Haley went straight down on his back.
He tried to do a jump stop as he drove into the lane with his left hand. And as he went to come down, he put his shoulder right into the chest of Austin Haley, and Haley able to get the charge.
You can't drive over the Jedi. That does not work. Campbell will bring it down. 5:01 on the clock. 7-point game, Howe in the lead. Luke Lopez back in the game. A pass to Campbell from Wilson, and now a pass right side, Haley. 3 ball, no good. Rebounded by DeFrange. He puts it back up. Bounce, 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 bounce. In the bucket. A 9-point game.
DeFrange, I thought he was going to get over the back on that one, but able to use his long arms to get the offensive rebound and the putback.
Here is another charge. This time it's Luke Lopez who draws it. He hits his back on the ground.
Almost same thing. Nix is lowering his shoulder. He's going right to the bucket, trying to be aggressive, but the Bulldogs are doing a good job of holding their ground and drawing the charges, and that's going to cause Brett Nix to go to the bench with his 3rd foul.
Richardson will check back in. Nix goes out of the game. That's good news for the Howe Bulldogs. 4:32 on the clock. Howe with a 9-point lead. Campbell across the lane. Pass over to Luke Lopez. Back to Cooper Jones. Campbell left wing. In traffic. Ball gets away. Murphy has it. Campbell wanted a foul, didn't get it. Murphy. Brown thought about the 3. Now over to Richardson in the corner. Back to Brown. He's going to drive the bucket. Inside off the glass. Rebounded off the glass by Russell Murphy. And the putback is good. It's a 7-point game again. 34-27. 4 minutes exactly left to go in the 3rd. Cooper Jones into the game. A pass to Haley on the left side. Campbell in the corner, left side, guarded by Brown. Back up to Haley. Wilson up top, guarded by Murphy. A high pass. Lopez goes up, brings it down. Inside to Cooper Jones, high post. Haley for 3. Rims in, rims out. 7-point game. Brown quickly down the court. Brown to Murphy. Murphy's going to drive inside. Fancy dribbling. Throws it up. No good. Rebounded by Campbell. Murphy could have been called for a foul. Didn't get it there. 3:22 on the clock. Lopez wanted the ball at the 3. Didn't get it. A scramble for the ball. Loose ball. Brown has it. It went through Cooper Jones's legs. And now Brown's going to bring it up. Long pass to Murphy. A long 3. That one is back of the rim. No good. And a strong rebound by Cooper Jones. 3 minutes left to go. Campbell has the ball going the other way. He's going to stop at the free throw line on the jumper. It rims in, rims out. No good. It remains a 7-point game. Quickly down the court. Murphy thought about the 3. It's Campbell, rather. He pushed off on Haley. That wasn't called, but when he did so, the ball got away from him and went out of bounds.
Kind of back and forth here between both ball clubs. Something Howe is not big on and going back and forth in transition. But looks like a timeout call to kind of settle things down.
This is like a tennis match.
It is, back and forth, left and right.
2:49 on the clock. We're in period number 3. It's a 7-point game. And I'll tell you what, this is a pretty good one, Justin, right?
This really is. I mean, the Bulldogs have had an answer for everything that Leonard has given them.
Anything jump off the stat sheet, Blizzard?
Jacob Campbell now has as many rebounds as Eli at 7. Luke Lopez has 3 steals, and David Brooks has 5 blocks for Leonard.
I think defensively, Luke Lopez has had some steals. DeFrange has done a good job of just altering shots with the long body. He's got a couple of blocks in the game. Defensively, the Bulldogs, I think, are playing pretty well. Offensively, they're attacking that 2-3 zone, getting the ball in the middle of the zone, and then able to get it out to their 3-point shooters on the wings, to Lopez and Haley.
Campbell will bring it down uncontested with 2:43 on the clock in the 3rd. Throws over to the right side to Luke Lopez, who'll bring it up top of the key. Campbell, left side, thought about driving, kicks it back over to Lopez. Playing catch, now in the corner to Haley, guarded by Brown. An inside pass, a good pass to Wilson. Wilson back to Haley in the corner, guarded by Brown. Wilson goes and sets a pick for him, now up top to Campbell. Inside, right elbow, Wilson back out to Luke Lopez. Campbell drives the lane, kick out to Haley, inside to Wilson, kick out Campbell for 3. That one is very, very good.
And that's Eli Wilson getting that pass again, right there at the free throw line, and he's looking for somebody on the outside. He found Jacob Campbell on that left wing, hit that 3.
10-point game. Armstrong into the game for Leonard. To Brown, top of the key. Looked at Richardson, but Brown kept it back to Armstrong. A long 3 for Armstrong, not close. Short off barely touched the rim, into the arms of Cooper Jones.
Probably not a great possession for the Tigers. Forced them to shoot the long 3, and Bulldogs able to get the rebound. They could slow it down now here a little bit, up by 10.
1:36 on the clock. A pass over to Haley. And it gets away on the inside pass to Wilson. Brown has it. Over to Murphy, back to Brown. Now long pass to Armstrong, back to Brown, top of the key. He's going to drive the bucket, kick out to Armstrong, who dribbled it off his left foot. Lopez, with technically another steal, will drive all the way down, put it off the glass, and the runner is good. And Howe with a 12-point lead with 1:11 left to go in quarter number 3. Armstrong a long way behind the line, but he passes over to Brown. Thought about the three, now a long three. Back of the rim, no good. And Leonard was fighting for it, and it goes out of bounds. It was a clear rebound for Russell Murphy, but he got tangled up under the bucket with one of his own players, and it goes out of bounds, and Howe will have possession.
Yeah, him and Luke Murphy were both fighting for it, and they're on the same team, and the ball goes out of bounds, and that'll be Bulldog basketball.
Under a minute left to go in the third. Howe with a 12-point lead. Campbell across the line, a long pass to Haley. They're going to try to milk this thing. Blake hates this. He wants a shot clock. This is Howe's game. Campbell left wing, top of the key. Wilson pass over to right side. Luke Lopez could have shot the three, but now it's stolen away from him. 34 seconds, and Nick's back into the game. He'll dribble and switch on the perimeter with Brown. To Richardson, back to Brown. Ball gets away from him, but it ends up in the hands of Nix. He puts it up, no good. Rebounded by Haley. 21 seconds left to go.
Every shot is being defended. Good job by Cooper Jones. Just put his arms up and make the shooter make a difficult shot.
Boy, these are two really good defensive basketball teams.
Well, they are.
Lopez guarded tightly by Brown. Haley, a long pass to Campbell. 3, 2, 1. A foul is called right before the shot on Murphy, Luke Murphy, and no bonus. Howe will have to inbound with a second. 1 second. Exactly 1 second.
That may not have been a bad thing because
it's a good foul.
Yeah. Give a chance to Bulldog to set something up.
Lopez, quick pass underneath, stolen away by Nix. A long heave, that's no good. And Howe will take a 12-point lead into the quarter number 4. How many people saw this coming? Anybody see this? 12-point lead heading into the fourth?
I know they played them tight the first round, but Bulldogs have answered the call here, have answered the bell. I mean, they're playing good defense. They're executing on offense. They're being efficient on offense, I think, too.
I don't want to see us hold the ball. We need to look to score.
So you say keep being aggressive?
Yeah, keep being aggressive. You're up 12. Go score. Leonard ain't making shots. Your defense is great. Don't hold the ball for 5 minutes and get 3 points in the fourth quarter.
Well,
that happened at Bells.
What did Monty say? Is that this is what they do. This is how they play.
This is how they play. For the third quarter, that was good basketball.
That was. It wasn't a lot of standing around. It was kind of
standing around. It was up and down, how you're supposed to play the game with a shot clock, but there isn't one.
Howe has, you take away the second quarter, Howe has dominated this basketball game. If you take away the second, Howe outscored Leonard 12-5 just then in the third, and had a good lead after one. I don't remember exactly, but they were raced out to about an 11-3 lead at one point in the first.
This is interesting look that Leonard's bringing back. They don't have one of their big guys in there. And you don't have Cale Perkins. You don't have Braden Harris, Russell Murphy. David Brooks is still on the bench. So this is kind of a smaller lineup, quote unquote, for Leonard.
Haley inbounds to Cooper Jones, a long pass over there. He does that a lot in football. Here's Campbell, left side of the lane, dribbling it across. Looking to go to the bucket. He kicks out to Haley. He's going to slow it down a little bit. And Haley's going to be called for a travel.
And he looks
Haley just kind of smiles a little bit. You're not going to get much animation out of Haley other than just a little smile, but they called a travel. It's 7:47 left to go in the third. Brown, top of the key, and Murphy. They switch places. Now Nix, a long three. That one's good. And if Nix starts heating up, that's trouble for Howe. Now it's a 9-point game. 7:30 left to go in the game. Campbell dribbles across. A lot of pressure by Leonard. A pass to Cooper Jones. Now to Luke Lopez. Brown tried to jump the route on the pass to Campbell. Campbell gets it, however. A pass now to Lopez in the corner. Guarded tightly by Murphy. Up top to Haley. 7:10 on the clock. Haley keeps his dribble. Campbell trying to post up on Brown, and he does, and he draws the foul. That was beautiful by Jacob Campbell. It was beautiful. He set him up perfectly. He posted him up outside of the three-point line.
Yeah, had that left hand out and able to get Brown to foul him. And the Bulldogs trying to be not turn the ball over, but want to be aggressive too.
Third foul on Brown, 16 fouls for Leonard, 1 for Howe. Campbell being guarded tightly by Brown. Lopez around the perimeter to Cooper Jones, standing there, guarded by Brooks, bounces one time, hands it to Haley. Now over to Lopez. Campbell pointing directions. Campbell just still pointing. I think Campbell may be gassed a little bit. And now he drives out, has the ball, right wing. Goes to the three-point line, now backs up a little bit. Now it's going to go to the bucket. Campbell turns around at the baseline, and now back up top after a little flip to Haley. Brown steals it from Campbell. Campbell going after him, and a foul is going to be called on Jacob Campbell, who's really upset that Brown wasn't called for a foul when he picked the pocket a moment ago.
Well, right now you're going to have to withstand the sense of urgency from Leonard. They're playing a little bit more pressure defense on you. They're double teaming. They're just going to be right up in your uniform, in your jersey, so you're going to have to play smart. And that time, DJ Brown was able to pick the pocket of Jacob Campbell, and Jacob Campbell trying to do the same, but got called for the foul.
You know, I will say, I'm not being a homer here, but if that's a foul, that's a foul.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's a 9-point game with 6:23 left to go in the game. If Campbell fouled Brown, then there's no question Brown fouled Campbell before it happened.
And I also thought that Brown lost his balance before and was falling down into Campbell when he was dribbling, and they called the foul.
Yeah. I think Campbell has a pretty good argument right there on that. It's his second foul, so there's 6:23 remaining in the game. You don't think that Jacob Campbell is in any pressure right here. But you don't want to be racking up fouls, especially in the fourth, and especially as many times these teams go, or Howe goes to overtime.
Yeah, really.
So Nix will inbound to Brown. And back to Nix. And now Richardson will dribble from right wing to the middle of the court to Nix for three. Top of the key, short, and it goes out of bounds. Brooks tried to save it, but he was too late. He jumped over the photographer. And that's not Michelle Carney. She's on the other end.
Nix had a good look, but drew no iron on that one. And Bulldogs able to take over now. Full court press shown by the Tigers.
Lopez to Campbell. Got to get it across here. Brown tight on Campbell. Howe crowd wanted a foul. Campbell dribbling through the bucket, up on Brooks. Underneath Brooks, up off the glass and good. 41-30.
What a move by Jacob Campbell. Golly.
Beautiful. Timeout has been, is this an official timeout? Is this a warning? This is head coach Luke McCarley upset, and the Howe crowd is letting him have it here. And they're pulling a blizzard. I hear tee him up, tee him up.
I see a lot of fans giving them the sign, too. They want that tee there.
Nix to inbound. 5:52 left to go in the game. Howe with an 11-point lead. Nix is going to drive on Lopez. Gets around him, puts it up on the runner, and that one is good. Right-handed, just on the very right side of the rim. Campbell, a lot of pressure by Brown. A great athlete. Bounce pass, no. It's going to be a long pass to Haley across. 5:34. Haley guarded by Richardson. He switches with Lopez. Guarded by Campbell. Lopez switches. The ball gets away for a moment, but Campbell corrals it. Now they switch back and forth. Haley with the three. Thought about the three bomb. Wide open. Cooper Jones for three. Back of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Nix. It's a 9-point game. Nix making no effort other than cutting the lane like butter. And he puts it up, and that's good. 7-point game. 5:05 left to go in the game. Campbell across the line. Guarded by Brown. Brown wanted a push off by Campbell. No call, and here's Haley going from one side to the other side. Lopez dribbles around the perimeter. Campbell up top. And they're going to call a carry on Campbell as he went all into Brown. Brown trying to draw the charge, but they called a carry on Campbell. You don't see that anymore.
But I want to talk about something. Brown is playing some defense.
Yes, he is. He's a great defensive player.
Give credit to Jacob Campbell. I mean, he is handling that defense pretty good.
Long three by Nix off the back of the rim. No good. Howe is very, very fortunate that one didn't go in. 41-34. It was a beautiful shot. We had the angle. Just a little bit long. Campbell to Haley as Leonard just picks up their defense a little bit, and here's a foul call on Luke Lopez on the far side, and I think that's going to be on Campbell, and that's Justin Campbell from Leonard. It'll be his first, and that puts Leonard in the bonus. That puts Howe in the bonus, as it's the 7th foul for Leonard.
Yeah, I think Jacob Campbell is tired right now because
I agree.
DJ Brown, he's all over it.
It would do good maybe to call a timeout just to give Campbell a breather here. 4:20 left to go in the game. And 41-34, and Lopez hammers the first one home, and it's 42-34. Campbell out of gas will go to the back end. He's just been given all kinds of havoc from Brown, who's playing great defense. 4:17 on the clock, 42-34. A miss on the back end. Nix goes down, and now Richardson, middle of the lane. Jumper no good. Wilson might have got a hand on it. It goes out of bounds. Brooks tried to save it, and it'll be Howe's ball underneath the bucket. And a full court press is coming. 4:07 on the clock.
Got to be smart with the press when trying to break it.
Lopez to Campbell. Back to Lopez, back to Campbell. Gonna try to beat the press himself. Dribbles across the line, it gets away for a second. Pass over to Lopez, who was wide open. He could have shot the three. 3:55. Campbell, guarded by Murphy, mano a mano. Here's Luke Lopez. Top of the key at the free throw line. That one rolls in, rolls out, rolls in. Lopez with a big bucket makes it a 10-point game with 3:41 left to go. And a timeout has been called,
I think,
by the official.
Luke Murphy his face looked up
blood.
at the sky. I think he may have some blood on his nose.
So the blood. So we've seen this before. If it gets on the jersey, he's going to have to change his jersey. But Luke Murphy checks out of the game for a moment. This is good news for Howe because Jacob Campbell, you need to take a rest. He has gone full bore here for about the past 12 minutes with Brown right in his shorts. Quick inbound to Nix, blocked by DeFrange, and now a quick pass to Lopez. Campbell to Haley, got to get it across, and he does. Left side of the court, makes a move on Richardson. Haley turns around, dribbles to the right side, trying to find somewhere to go. A bounce pass in the corner to Wilson, now to Lopez, right wing. He'll get a pick from Haley. Lopez will dribble around, goes to the middle of the bucket, swatted away by Brooks, and it goes out of bounds, and Howe will have possession with 3:06 left to go in the game and a 10-point lead.
Well, Lopez had a look there earlier and passed it up and then went to the basket and threw kind of an awkward shot up. Luckily, the ball was tipped by Leonard and it stays down here with the Bulldogs.
3:06 as Lopez to inbound. Right there is Wilson. He wanted the ball. Luke Lopez didn't see him in time. He was wide open. By the time he got up there, Brown stole it away. It's going the other way. This is Nix for a long three. Off the right side of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Campbell, and a foul is going to be called on Cameron Armstrong.
Man, they had Wilson wide open. Lopez didn't see him. Everybody in the gym did except Luke Lopez, and got it to him, but just not in time.
He was wide open.
But the good news on the other end, Campbell gets fouled on the rebound, and Bulldogs are in the bonus. They're shooting free throws the rest of the way.
Campbell dribbles twice, bends his knee, spins the ball. Shot is good. It's an 11-point game. 2:54 remaining.
He's 6 of 7 from the free throw line tonight.
Two bounces, a spin of the ball, bends the knees, the second shot's good. Muscle memory, and it's 46-34. 2:53 on the clock. Brown guarded by Haley, right wing into Nix. The ball gets away from him. It's swatted away, and Howe's going to be guilty of it going off of them and out of bounds, and Leonard will have possession underneath as Nix will throw it in. Brown in the corner. Let's see where they go. They go to him, a quick three from him, and that's a drainer, and that'll bring it up to a 9-point game. Haley guarded by Brown on the inbound. Turns around just shy of the line to Wilson. Back to Haley, got to get it across, and he does. Left-handed dribbling on Brown. He pulls up at the left wing. Brown tightly in his hip. Campbell guarded by Armstrong. A swat, no call there. Campbell dribbling with his right, trying to make a move on Armstrong. Kicks it out to Haley, all alone, 2:18. He could have shot the three, decided not to. Give it back to Campbell. They're wasting time here. The ball gets away. Campbell saves it before it gets out of bounds, and he'll dribble to the middle of the lane, and he'll be called for the offensive foul, and now a technical has been called. I believe that's not called. Let's see, who's the technical called on? Leonard.
The technical is
on
called
Armstrong.
Armstrong.
He was just clapping for playing good defense and getting the offensive call. I don't know about that call.
And Campbell, did Campbell get for the push off?
Campbell got called for the push off.
And we've seen that, and he doesn't get called for it very often, but they caught him that time. But then, yeah, Armstrong gets called for a technical foul for Leonard.
Well, if you're going to give out a tee to Armstrong for clapping, you could turn around and give it to Campbell for clapping when he got the tee.
Yeah, I know, right? And now the officials are trying to sort this one out.
It's 46-37. There's 2:06 left to go in the game. Campbell's going to shoot the technical foul shot after getting the foul himself. So he picked up his third foul with 2:06 left to go in the game. It's a 9-point game. Campbell trying to make it 10. He's got Michelle Carney right in his face, and this one is good. That doesn't matter.
He's 87% from the line this year. He's pretty much automatic almost.
He'll bounce the ball twice, spin the ball, bend his knees, shoot from the forehead, and that shot is good. So it's 48-37, back to an 11-point lead for Howe with 2:06 left to go in the game. And here we go with the Jedi about to throw the ball in right in front of us. 2:06 left to go. A lot of height then for Leonard as Russell Murphy checks in. He's 6'7". DeFrange will be matched up against him. A pass to Campbell, left wing, driving towards the bucket, and he's tripped. He hits his head on the ground, but he gets up quickly, and he'll shoot here.
Well, with the Bulldogs being in the bonus, they want to get it in the hands of their best free throw shooter. And Jacob Campbell, who we said earlier, 87% from the line, just hit 2 free throws earlier.
He tripped over the foot of Justin Campbell, and Jacob Campbell will shoot the front end right here. That one's good. A good free throw shooter. And we're up to a 12-point lead, which matches Howe's largest of the evening. Campbell's second shot gives Howe a 13-point lead, which is the largest lead of the night. 2:03 left to go in the game. Nix will dribble across, now to Brown, across the perimeter, will make a move to the right side of the bucket, off the back of the glass, no good, rebounded by Wilson, who returns to the glass for his 8th rebound at least in the game. He had 7 in the first quarter. Campbell across the line, dribbling to the left side, dishes over to Luke Lopez. The ball gets away from him. It was swatted away. Lopez will bring it now back across with a pass to Campbell. 1:32 left to go in the game. Campbell mano-a-mano on Justin Campbell. And a foul's going to be called, I believe, on Justin Campbell. And it is. That's his second. That's his third, actually.
At this point, Bulldogs just trying to hold on the ball and force the foul.
Who do you want to send to the line if you're Leonard? Do you want to send Jacob Campbell?
No, but they're keeping the Bulldogs are keeping the hand of Jacob Campbell.
So checking into the game for Leonard will be Ethan Nolan, a senior.
Austin Haley and Luke Lopez are your next best free throw shooters, 72 and 71%.
Campbell again. This one also good, and it's a 15-point game. Thanks to the free throw shooting of Jacob Campbell down the stretch here. Nolan dribbling around the baseline, cut off there. Inside, now out. And that's going to be Campbell on the shot. Rebounded by Haley. Wilson hits the floor. He's going to get back up, and he does. 1:07 left to go in the game. A 15-point lead for Howe. It's the Howe Bulldogs looking for their 7th straight win. Trying to beat the district champs here. Off the glass, no good is Campbell, and Brown still wants a push-off. On every time down the floor, Brown is calling for a push-off on Campbell. And Campbell will go back to the free throw line.
I've just never seen someone stay in front of Jacob the way Brown has tonight.
I mean, it's tremendous. I mean,
it's been quite the battle. Campbell and Brown, it's really been the show tonight. And you've got to give it to Campbell. He's won the battle tonight.
He really has. I mean, and let's see. I got 24 points. I don't know if that's what you got.
I got 14 of 15 from the free throw line.
As Luke Lopez and Dufresne will take a seat, along with Eli Wilson.
So checking into the game is Kevin Bateman, the crowd favorite. They go nuts. A couple of games ago, he got in late. Here's Campbell on the back end of that. That one's good. And it's 54-37. Coach Forsyth told Bateman when he went into the game, he said, you got to score or Haley's off the team. Here's Brown with the runner, and that one is good. Some late points by Leonard. It's 54-39. Campbell on the full court press is going to try to break it on Brown. He does. He gets across the line to the middle of the lane. Campbell's going to now pull out. 35 seconds. He'll dribble across the perimeter. Guarded tightly by Brown. 30 seconds. He got his arm wrapped in Brown, who arm locked him. And now Haley guarded tightly almost at midcourt. Brousseau with the ball at the high post. He turns around, pivots, and gives it back to Campbell. Brousseau thought about going. He gives it to Ethan Lopez in the corner, 13 seconds. Every time Brousseau gets it, the crowd goes nuts. Haley dribbles around the perimeter. Left wing, 5, 4. Give it to Bateman. 2, 1. That's your ball game. The Howe Bulldogs have knocked off the district champions, the Leonard Tigers, who fall to 11-2 in district play. Howe has won 7 straight district games. They go to 9-4. Holy moly.
Boy, they had to work hard for this one. And I know it's cliche to say, but I think they're peaking at the right moment.
Do you think they're getting better as the season goes on?
They really are, and they're playing each week. Each game is better competition, and they're matching it each game.
Hey, I got a fist bump from Daddy Lopez before I got one from Luke tonight.
Nice.
I love the student atmosphere here tonight. They showed up and helped the Bulldogs here.
They really did, and hats off to Coach Nitson of the baseball team. He said it's not mandatory, but we want all the baseball players to go support the basketball team tonight. So they got out of practice at 6:30 or a little bit after. They all came straight here. Hats off again to Coach Nitson for requesting his baseball players support the basketball team.
Yeah, this was a hard-fought game, and this is, I said it last time, this is kind of get you battle-tested, ready for playoffs.
We're going to try to see if we can talk to Coach Forsyth. We'll give him Blizzard's headphones here, as this was a extremely good game. As we'll talk to Coach Forsyth real quick. I know you got players probably waiting on you. Hey, this is about as good as you can get. You're peaking at the right time. You've won 7 straight. You knocked off the district champions tonight. This has got to be a huge win for you heading into a couple of games down the road.
Yes, sir. It was a great win, great team win tonight, and they just played together. And it wasn't one of those grinded out nights tonight. We got the lead and we kept it, and we played like a really poised team. And so I was really, really proud of them tonight with what they did. The
amazing matchup tonight of DJ Brown defensively on Jacob Campbell. That matchup was the one to watch all night long. Campbell came out on top. Just tremendous both ways. That matchup was just delicious to watch, though.
It was. DJ's a heck of a player, and he's quick, he's athletic, he can get downhill and drive on you and stuff. But I felt like we did a really good job of just concentrating, running our stuff, not forcing too much, and just doing what we needed to do to win.
Coach, you had lost at one point in the district season. You lost 3 in a row, and now you've rattled off 7 in a row. Is there a point in the season where you kind of see the team kind of start to turn a corner and kind of say, okay, now they're starting to figure things out, or is the best yet to come? Have we not seen as well as they can play?
I think, the way I set up my schedule, I've been doing this a long time. This is year 19, 20, something like that. I don't know. It's losing track. I'm getting too old. But, it's just you know how to build a schedule. And a lot of people like to play, from what I'm figuring out here in Texas, like to play a lot of tournaments early in the year. And you know what? When you do a lot of running and a lot of playing early in the season, your legs can tend to die out towards the end of the season. We're still fresh.
Nice.
They're forcing you to go again. Other way, we'll get you out of here. One last question. Again, Eli Wilson, 7 rebounds in the first period. Zach DeFrange with a whole bunch of blocks. They're forcing you to go inside, and they're performing for you. And Cooper Jones had a great night tonight.
They are. They're working hard. We've worked a lot on finishing in, close the gates, what we call it, and finishing moves, but not only that, we've been lifting weights a lot, 3 times a week, even during the season. We've been doing a lot of lunges and different things just to keep our legs strong. And we've been talking about rebounding a lot, how rebounding is sitting down like a lunge or like a squat and being able to hold your ground and not get pushed underneath the basket. And it's starting to show with all the rebounds we're getting.
Coach, we'll let you get to your team. Appreciate it. Great job.
Appreciate it, fellas. Thank y'all so much. Thank you.
If you want to send Jacob Campbell out here, we'll talk to him. That was head coach Jay Forsyth for the Howe Bulldogs. A huge win tonight here at the ranch. 54-39. Man alive. Is that some kind of a win for the Howe Bulldogs tonight? That's a huge one.
And this is a team that was 11-1 in district in Leonard Tigers. Their only loss this year was against Bells as far as district goes. And so you knocked off the top dog. Now you're still looks like about 2 games back of first place, and some things have to happen to get to second place. You beat Bells the other night, but you may end up getting that 3rd spot if all plays out like we think it will. But this is a good confidence booster to beat the top team in the district as you get ready for playoffs coming up here in about a week and a half or so.
Let's go to the Blizzard, who have you got stats ready for us?
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's go.
Howe with the big victory over the leading district team in Leonard tonight. Jacob Campbell was the star of the show tonight for the Bulldogs. 25 points, 14 of 15 from the free throw line. I don't know if Howe has a record on free throws, but that's probably up there. He had 8 rebounds and an assist tonight as well. Luke Lopez was your next leading scorer with 8 points tonight. He had 4 steals as well. Then you got Austin Haley with 6. Cooper Jones with 7 and 4 rebounds. Eli Wilson with 2 and 8 rebounds. And Zach DeFrange, a big 5 points for him tonight with 3 blocks and 2 rebounds. Now on the other side for Leonard, they were led by sophomore Brett Nix, who had 21. So the 2 leading scorers in this game, Nix and Campbell for Howe, both sophomores. A lot of basketball left for them. DJ Brown had 5 points, 4 steals, and played great defense all night. Ethan Richardson, 2 points. David Brooks, 7 points, 6 blocks, and 8 rebounds. Russell Murphy, 4 points and 2 rebounds. Braden Harris, 2 points and a rebound. And that's really about it for the Howe Bulldogs and Leonard Tigers here tonight.
Really, Brett Nix was the one who scored all the points. DJ Brown had 5, but again, it was mostly Nix that was the offense. And I think they did a pretty good job of matching up, I guess, with the bigs that the Tigers had.
Yeah, they matched up quite nicely. And, Brooks had more blocks than DeFrange tonight, but DeFrange also didn't play as much as Brooks. Here is Jacob Campbell for you.
Sorry, I'm about to get this thing sweaty.
All right, we're sorry, we're working on Twitter, so
it's all right.
Hang with us. Hey, we're joined now by Jacob Campbell, the sophomore guard. Tonight was a massive night for you. The matchup with DJ Brown, that was the delicious matchup of the evening.
Yes, sir, it was.
How fun was it out there for you?
Man, it was fun. The whole team played great, not just me. We had our posts, guarding their big man big game from them. Austin knocking down some shots down the road. Luke playing really good defense on Brett Nix. He's a good player. It's a good game from everyone.
Looked at the end of the game that you were out of gas.
Oh, yeah.
DJ played you right in your hip pocket, virtually the entire night. How were you able to sustain energy at the end of that thing?
Oh, I mean, that's like cross-country running, and it's the dedication. I want my team to win. I'm going to do everything I can to make my team win, and that was my job at the end of the game right there.
What does this do for the team now? You've won 7 in a row. You get ready to start the playoffs here. What does this do confidence-wise for the team?
Oh, we're going in. We're high. We got to finish off strong against White. We don't want a big letdown. I know Prairie View was there tonight, and they're scared now watching us play that game right there. They know we're an all-around team now.
Knowing that you can play defense against anybody, any night, any given moment, how much confidence does that give you?
Oh,
There's still another game left in district play, but you don't want to look too far ahead of White, but how much confidence does that give you?
Man, we're looking good. I think we're one of the best defensive teams in the state. We can stay with anyone if we want to. We got great defenders 1 through 5 out there.
All right, that's all I got, Jacob or Clyde.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations, a great game, a huge win for the Howe Bulldogs tonight, as the Bulldogs moved to 9-4 in district play, and the Leonard Tigers moved to 11-2 in district play. That was Jacob Campbell. Any last thoughts before we sign off?
That was just a good game, and the Bulldogs are showing that they're not just a defensive team. They're not. They're balanced on both sides of the ball, if you will. They can be efficient offensively, and they can slow teams down defensively. They didn't run and gun very much, but they were able to stick with them in transition and kind of eventually make them play their game of kind of a half-court offense.
They sped it up tonight and got in the 50s.
Yeah, they went high scoring.
That's high scoring for the Bulldogs.
Hey, when's the last time they got in the 50s? I guess it was Bonham, wasn't it?
But before Silo, they had 56, and Celeste 52. So 3 times this year. I think this is the most impressive 50, though.
This was a tough 50.
Yeah,
this was a hard fought 50.
Nothing against Bonham, but this ain't Bonham.
Yeah, this ain't Bonham.
Yeah, they had to work for this 50.
Hey, for everyone who's been a part of this one, I want to say thanks to Carson Grogan for running our scoreboard. We got him some new headphones. Are those working out for you?
I like those. Those are nice.
Yeah. So for everyone, hey, thanks Blizzard. Thanks Justin. Y'all do a fabulous job. As always, we will bring you a playoff game. Unless there's something crazy and we can't do it, but we suspect that we can. We won't be able to bring you Tuesday night's game against White. But the Friday after, we expect that to be the first playoff game.
That's usually play-in days.
You're right, and that there could be a play-in date there. Not a true play-in.
Yeah.
But a tiebreaker with Bells in some crazy situation. I would rather flip a coin in that situation than play a game.
So about a week and a half we're looking at probably.
Something like that.
Yeah, I'd say next Monday, Tuesday.
If they play a game on Friday, I think we could probably do that. We'll have to check schedules for everybody and see if we can make that work. So, for everyone who's been a part of this one, including the Blizzard, Blake Burnett, Justin White, and Carson Grogan, I'm Monty Walker, and we will see you next time we see you. Thank you.